Republican Party in 2025 is saying our message is pretty much the same. The names may have changed, but our tradition is that we want a better America. We want it to be better ran. We want smaller government. We want involvement from the community. We want people to be involved in their communities because that's who help changes it for the greater good.
Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and the American Legislative Exchange Council State and Nation Policy Summit of 2025. There's a lot going on here. I'm delighted to be joined by Chaplain Rich Stoglin, who is from Texas, Arlington, Texas, and tell me a little bit about yourself and what your role is here. You're going to be leading us off in an upcoming luncheon.
Well, my name is, as you've said, Jay, my name is Chaplain Rich Stoglin. I live in the great city of Arlington, Texas, 408,000 people, the home of the Medal of Honor Museum, along with the Dallas Cowboys and many other features, the home of the original Six Flags over Texas. I'm very unique in that I was born in Taylor, Texas, which is south of here, raised by a single mother, grew up in the projects for 5 years, and was able to go to 5 different institutions of higher learning and graduated with a doctorate, graduated with from the Naval War College. I've been a chaplain with the U.S. Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Prisons. I've been a chaplain with the U.S. Sea Services, primarily a Navy chaplain attached to the United States Marine Corps for 23 years. And my last stop was the command chaplain of 39 nations of the world in Afghanistan.
And now you're here with state legislators, conservative state legislators from across the country, and your message to them
is I am a Republican. I'm the president, the proud president of the Frederick Douglass Republicans of Tarrant County. We were created in 1985 by the late Reby Carey, and we believe in the mission of Frederick Douglass, the mission of the Republican Party, and because people think the Republican Party by far is a white party, that is untrue. The Republican Party started out as diversity because they started out as abolitionists. They started out against slavery. And because of the Republican Party, the 13th, 14th, 15th, and the 19th Amendments of the U.S. Constitution were signed into law. The first civil rights laws was by Ulysses S. Grant with the influence of Frederick Douglass and others. When you look at the Republican Party, we are the diverse party. We started the first black caucus. So the Republican Party in 2025 is saying our message is pretty much the same. The names may have changed, but our tradition is that we want a better America. We want it to be better ran. We want smaller government. We want involvement from the community. We want people to be involved in their communities because that's who help changes it for the greater good.
And I can tell you're used to preaching from the pulpit. And tell me about recruiting diversity in this Republican Party. Is it? It's not necessarily a natural step for people of color to come into the Republican Party. What do you say about the Republican Party and why we should have more diversity?
That's a good question, and that could take hours, but in short, we don't have that much time. But I have been very blessed to have a diverse number of people. We have over 100 members in Frederick Douglass Republicans of Tarrant County, and they look like you. They look like me. They're Hispanic. They're Asians. They're men. They're women because they believe in the message, and we practice what we preach. We have 7 major calendar events. For example, we have a party that we do. What is the admission? An unwrapped toy. We give away toys. We donate scholarships. We also have a reenactment of Frederick Douglass and President Abraham Lincoln, which actually happened. And that conversation actually helped turn the Civil War for the greater good of this nation. 2 of Frederick Douglass's sons were members of the 54th Massachusetts. So when you, when you look at the contributions of the Republican Party then and now, they are very similar. What President Trump is doing, for example, is in many ways a tradition of the Republican Party.
Right.
So cutting taxes, teaching people to be responsible, looking at legislative issues that make sense to make this country first. Not that we are against countries, but we are against people who come to this country who want to destroy it. So we invite people, as the Statue of Liberty says, because to hold the golden light, but we don't want to hold this darkness. And so the Republican Party, from my experience, has been and continues to be one that invites you if you want to work, if you want to improve your community, your county, your state, your country, come in because there's room for you. If you don't know who the Republican Party is, go online and look at us. We have a website ourselves, Frederick Douglass Republicans of Tarrant County. The other is, you asked me about diversity.
Well, I think you answered some of the diversity stuff. Go ahead.
And black Americans particularly, there's a book, and it's called The President's Reading List, and one of the books is called Black Elephants in the Room. Okay, and so when you look at this is what we are talking about, is that it is difficult because there are black families. Now, if you say you're Republican, they won't have anything to do with you. There are churches that will excommunicate you. There will be, sometimes depending on who you are employed by, that will not promote you. Sometimes they find ways to fire you. I won't name names, but these things happen because they don't like the Republican Party. Why? They don't know about us. They don't read about us. They presume they know about the Republican Party, and they don't.
Well, I appreciate you preaching the virtues of the Republican Party for the diverse communities out there. Final question, religion and politics. A lot of states are putting the 10 Commandments front and center. How do you see religion and politics playing out in the next couple of years?
Jay, the religion and politics have never left. I mean, James Madison said it best, if men were angels, we wouldn't need government. But since men are not angels, we need government. But he didn't say don't have religion. We have a chaplain to the United States Senate that does prayers every time the U.S. Senate meets. We have a chaplain to the U.S. Congress every time they meet. So religion and politics. We also have the 10 Commandments. I've been on a committee where we are going to have the 10 Commandments on the oldest, not too far from here, courthouse in Tarrant County. It's going to be dedicated right there next to the law enforcement memorial. So religion and politics go hand in hand in what way? It makes us moral. It gives us a moral compass. When I was at the Naval War College as a graduate in 2012, a professor from Oxford University said, history is dangerous. If you don't know it, if you don't read it, if you don't understand it, and lack a moral compass, history is dangerous. Religion gives politics a moral compass so that you can talk about orphans, you can talk about neighbors, you can talk about the general welfare of a community. Without it, it would be chaos.
Right.
So there should be no separation, because religion and politics, if articulated correctly, if acted out like it should be, it creates balance. We call that justice.
Right. Well, Chaplain Rich Stoglin, thank you for being with us here in Fort Worth. Keep preaching your message loud and clear.
Will do.
We enjoy you being here, part of the ALEC meeting.
Thank you for having me.
States and Nation Policy Summit here in Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you.